What is going on, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So the markets had a pretty good bounce back day today. The S&P went up over 1%. The Dow went up 0.9%. We had the NASDAQ 100 up 1.4%. And we had the Russell up 0.5%. So today we're going to break down some stocks, some charts, my thoughts on the markets, plus more. So sit back, relax, hit the like button if you guys find value, and check out my Patreon if you want my real-time buys, sells, call-outs, morning update videos, plus more. All of that's on Patreon, linked right down below, and there's no better time to sign up than now, guys, so check it out. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. So we had a pretty good day today, like I said in the intro, but we're still within the downtrend. Look here at SPY, which tracks the S&P 500. This is still in a downtrend. At least it has been over the past couple of weeks, pretty much ever since the beginning of September. And yes, before you guys get on me, if we pull back on the year chart, on the 4-hour chart, yes, overall, we're still uptrending, but we're talking in the recent couple of weeks here, we've been downtrending, right? And on the 20-day chart, going back to that, what you guys notice is we're struggling a little bit right by this 180 moving average, which has been resistance on this time frame pretty much throughout this whole sell-off, right? We've gotten oversold, we've seen mini relief rallies back up to that 180 moving average, and we've pretty much sold off even more every time that we've ran up to test that 180 moving average, at least over the past couple of weeks, right? And will this time be different? It might be, but quite honestly, it's too early to tell. And by the looks of it, sellers already stepped in right by the 180 moving average at $435 per share here on SPY, which leads me to believe this could end up being, excuse me, guys, this could end up being a bull trap, which is a bit worrisome because we've seen many bull traps over the past couple of weeks. You know, some lasted one day, some lasted multiple days. I mean, look at the chart here. Back on the 20th of September to about the 23rd, we had a 2-3 day bull trap, and then we saw the big drop to 425, and then I guess you can say Thursday. Was this Thursday? Actually, no, this was Friday. Friday was also a bull trap. We went from 425 up to about 436, and then yesterday we tanked down to 425 again, so that ended up being a bull trap, that rally on Friday. So will this rally be the same? It very well could be, especially because, like I just said, we're seeing sellers step in right by this 180 moving average. And if I pop up the intraday chart, you can see we rallied up to 435 and then we sold off, giving back some gains, not all, but some gains from the day during power hour. We sold off from 435.50 down to about 432.90. That was a drop of close to 0.6%. And now after hours, we're pretty much stabilizing right around 433. So I think this could be a bull trap. And what will lead it to not being a bull trap? Well, we got to break out of that moving average. We got to start moving up towards the high 430s and preferably into the mid 440s. You know, I'd love to see SPY start getting back up to test those lows from the end of September, or rather the highs from the end of September, and break those highs. And once we start moving out of, let's say, 445 into the 450s again, that's going to be a sign of reversal, but we're just not quite there yet. And again, we are seeing sellers step in, so I'm a bit worried that this could be a bull trap. Yet again, you know, this could be the same rodeo that we saw happen last week, a couple weeks ago, and multiple times throughout this sell-off. And if I pop up QQQ, which tracks the NASDAQ 100, you guys are seeing very similar technicals, right? We've been downtrending, lower lows, lower highs. We've had many bull traps within this downtrend. And if I pop up the 4-hour chart, you guys can see we got oversold. We hit 350 like we talked about. We predicted that. And now we saw a relief rally back up to 358, 360, which we also did talk about as we were very oversold at 350. And now that we're trading within this range, 350, 358, 360, and we're seeing sellers step in again at around 358, 360. Now we're at 357. This could be a sign that, hey, we're looking to fill the gap back down to 350, and today's rally, all it was a bull trap, right? So keep your eyes on this, guys. Don't just think, oh, we had one green day, it's clear blue skies from here, we're out of the woods, because we're not there quite yet. We got to start breaking out above at least 360, 365 on QQQ for even a chance to get out of the woods. And on SPY, again, like I said, we got to start breaking 440, 445. And until then, I'm afraid to say that, hey, you know, we're potentially in a bull trap zone right now. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Make sure to hit the like button if you guys are enjoying the video thus far. It really helps me out in the YouTube algorithm, and I appreciate all of you guys, each and every one of you, for you know, just being here, watching the videos, subscribing. It just means a lot to me. So thank you for being here. And now let's talk about some stocks. Number one is Pepsi. They just reported earnings this morning, and they did pretty decent today. I mean, the stock went up 90 cents at the close, up about 0.6%, and you guys can see it's fighting to hold the uptrend here on the 4-hour chart. We held 127 back in March. The next higher low was roughly at about 145 in June, and now we're holding the next higher low at about 150, right? And I think as long as 150 holds, 148, 151, that general area in the overall uptrend as indicated by this trend line, there is a potential, it might not happen, but there's potential that Pepsi could start ripping back out and continuing the uptrend. That's if it starts breaking above the moving averages as well, which, mind you, it's not doing that yet. In fact, we're under both moving averages, and we're seeing a death cross as well. So be mindful of that. But if Pepsi starts breaking, let's say, 152, which I believe it was above 152 earlier because my alert got hit because I set an alert at 152. Yeah, it got above 152 in the middle of the day. So let's say 153. If it starts breaking 153, in my opinion, that's going to be a good sign of a reversal back up, maybe to that all-time high at about 159. And when it comes to their earnings, they did EPS of $1.79 versus $1.73 estimated, and revenue came in at $20.19 billion versus $19.39 billion estimated. So they crushed revenue, they beat EPS, double beat for Pepsi. And popping up the live news tab, we got some pretty nice growth in Latin America from what I remember from reading this morning. Q3 Latin America revenue up 27%, North America beverages revenue up 7%, Frito-Lay North America revenue up 6%. Let's see here. Asia Pacific, Australia, New Zealand, China revenue about $1.14 billion. I wonder what the growth on that is year over year. Organic revenue up 9% in Q3, which is solid. So it looks like, for the most part, Pepsi's growing year over year all across the board, which I like. And they see full year organic revenue up about 8% for this year, so that's solid. And they crushed it from what I'm seeing, guys. And who knows, if the markets stabilize, markets start pushing back up, maybe Pepsi starts reversing, but we're just not quite there yet, which again is why I need to set an alert, and you guys might as well do it with me now. Set an alert at $153, and we'll be watching it from there. And the next stock here, which I'm in, full disclosure, I own this stock, is Adobe, ticker symbol ADBE. And I know we've talked about this one before recently. Probably in the past couple of videos, we've mentioned it at least once or twice. Adobe's one that I like right here. Yes, it's pretty oversold. It's under both moving averages on this 4-hour chart. But if you pull back a bit to the yearly chart, it's right by the main moving average, the 180 moving average, which has been support in the past. And on the 3-year chart, it's approaching the 50 moving average, which has also held pretty religiously over the past 3 years. And I'm noticing a bullish divergence on the 4-hour chart. Take a look at this. Very recently, I started noticing this. The stock has been selling off, obviously, for the past month, but we can see the RSI has been strengthening ever since the end of September. You can see the RSI has been making higher lows, higher highs as the stock's been going down. So that's signaling some strength, in my opinion, and maybe an upwards move coming in the near-term future. And again, full disclosure, I'm long Adobe. I own it at about 580, and I'm not planning on selling it anytime soon. My sell target is in the mid 600s, so I'm holding on to Adobe. Marvel is another one, MRVL, that I'm looking at right now. This had a pretty solid day, up about 3%, up almost $2 per share, and I'm noticing it's trying to hold the uptrend, right? It's kind of like Pepsi. It's a little bit under the moving averages on the 4-hour chart, but it's fighting to hold a higher low at about $57, $58, $59 right now. And it's kind of holding on by a thread. I think if Marvel breaks under, let's say 57, which also was support in the middle of August, if it starts getting under there, I'm going to be a bit worried rather, because at that point we could see a gap down to about 53, which was the low from, when was that? Middle of July. But as long as we hold 57, 58, 59, which we are right now, and preferably we break above 60, as long as we do that, I think Marvel has a shot to break the moving averages and get back to the mid 60s. So I'm going to set my alert on this one. Let's put one alert at about $60. And we'll watch it from there. So Mark is at or above $60 per share. Perfect. DocuSign's another one that I'm looking at. Ticker symbol DOCU. This one's been getting clobbered the past couple of weeks. This started selling off right when the market started selling off, pretty much like all these stocks, right? This went down from about 310 now to about 256. It's down 20%, putting it in a bear market. And today we had a pretty decent day, up about 4%, up almost $10 per share. And I'm also noticing a bit of a divergence on DocuSign, right? RSI has been strengthening as the stock itself has been downtrending. So that could be signaling, hey, maybe a reversal's coming up in the near term. So keep your eyes out on DocuSign. And I'm probably going to set an alert, maybe at 260 on this one. I want to watch it above $260 per share. Mark is at or above. And let's see what the longer term time frames look like on this. Oh, look at this. The 1-year chart, this is very important. As of now, again, we had a pretty good day today, up 4%. As of now, we are holding that 180 moving average on this 1-year chart. And we're also holding the double top resistance at about 240 as support, which was a double top back in the middle of April 2020. So as long as we're above 240, 250, 260, we start breaking back into the mid-high 260s. I think DocuSign is poised for a reversal. And again, on the 4-hour chart, we're noticing that bullish divergence. That, in my opinion, my eyes, that is a pretty good sign here. And I don't own DocuSign quite yet like I do own Adobe. But I'm close to buying a little bit of this one. I'll be honest with you guys. And let's see quickly how Facebook did today. As you guys know, we had a whistleblower come out Sunday on 60 Minutes. Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, all of these were down for a good amount of time. It wasn't like it was a 20-minute outage. I mean, it was down pretty much all day yesterday. And for my understanding, it was down the night before as well a little bit. So yeah, Facebook got clobbered yesterday. I mean, what else is going to happen to a stock where the biggest, the biggest parts of its business were down? Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, pretty much all of its business was down yesterday. I feel like it should have fell even more, to be honest. I mean, it was only down, I think, 5% on the close yesterday. I wouldn't have been surprised if Facebook went down 10%. Honestly, I wouldn't. And I believe Mark Zuckerberg lost like $7 billion of net worth, which, I mean, it's a drop in the bucket for him. It's not like a huge amount of money. Sure, it is for the average Joe like you and I. That's an insane amount of money, $7 billion. But for him, with his net worth, it's got to be about, what, $100+ billion at this point? $7 billion, if he loses that on paper, he's going to be fine, guys. Trust me, he is going to be just all right, and I'm sure you guys already know that. And today, we ended up seeing a 2% pop back in the stock, and it's still well within the downtrend, right? We're still noticing a death cross. We're under both moving averages, and today, it was simply a relief rally. That's all that we saw today. As we got oversold yesterday at about 323, we simply popped to 333 today. So like SPY, like QQQ, this rally today on Facebook, in Facebook stock, it could very well be a bull trap. I would not be surprised if this thing started moving a little bit lower, right? Maybe a lot lower. Who the heck knows? So, yeah, watch out for Facebook. I'm going to be keeping a close eye on it. This and big tech, as obviously those stocks, if you guys didn't know, surprise, surprise, those stocks pretty much run the stock market. So, watch out for them. And BA is another one I'm looking at. Boeing, ticker symbol BA, like I just said. This one is slowly starting to break out of both moving averages. We're noticing a golden cross, and we've also been seeing, ever since the end of August, beginning of September, a bullish divergence in Boeing as well. And we're breaking the downwards channel on top of all that. So it's not for sure that Boeing's going to start breaking out back to the mid 200s, high 200s. I'm not there yet, but now the fact that we're moving out of the channel, we're above the moving averages, it's slowly looking like it wants to get there. So I'm going to be watching it. In fact, I'm going to put an alert at 230, which if you guys look at the chart here, 230 was resistance pretty much the past couple of days, pretty much the past 8 to 10 calendar days here. So watch out for Boeing. SoFi is another one, ticker symbol SOFY or SOFI rather, that I'm looking at. This one up 1% on the day, up 16 cents, pretty much just another type of day for SoFi. 1% is really nothing for this type of stock. But the fact that it's starting to move past the 50 SMA, at least it tried to earlier and it ended up closing under it. The fact that we're seeing momentum out of there is a good sign that this dip is being bought up. And the fact that we held the 180 SMA after that sell-off a couple of trading days ago, we held that at a higher low and we've popped above it. That's also a good sign. So I'm going to put my alert for SoFi at 1650. And we'll watch it from there, and we'll see if it starts pushing back to the 17s. Maybe it does. You know, if it starts breaking out, at least of the high from today at about 1670, we might start seeing a move out of there back towards the high from last week. Or when was that? Yeah, about a week ago at about $18, $17.90. So, yeah, keep your eyes on these stocks, guys. We talked about SoFi, Boeing, Facebook, DocuSign, Marvel, Adobe, Pepsi, and you guys know me. We could talk all day, but we got to end the video here because we're already about 17, 18 minutes in, and with the outro, we'll be 19 minutes in. So if you all enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe, drop me a comment, let me know your thoughts, and check out my Patreon. Come on, join the community, join the team. If you guys want all my buys, sells, call outs, morning update videos every trading day, plus private Discord access, all of that's on Patreon, linked right down below. Or you guys can simply go to StasserFest.com/Patreon. That's StasserFest.com/Patreon. Make sure to also get your free money from M1 and from Webull, linked right down below. And that's it. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching again, as always. And oh, by the way, I made a video earlier today. We talk a little bit about the debt ceiling, about 2 other oversold stocks that I'm looking at that we didn't talk about in this video. So go check it out. I'll pop it up here. I'll see you guys there. Thanks for watching again. As always, keep crushing the markets. Stay safe out there. Peace out.